In this video, we're going to be converting US lengths to metric length and from metric length back to US lengths. Here's a list of the conversions that we may be using in these problems. Over here, this is a list of all of our metric conversions for length, and over here are all of the English conversions that we're going to need for length. And down here at the bottom, this is the bridge. This gets us from English to metric. Let's take a look at example 1. We're asked how many feet are in a 100-meter race. First up, let's get this problem set up. We're going to say how many feet equal a 100-meter race. In order to convert these, we're going to multiply by a whole bunch of ones, but we're going to make our ones fancy. We want to get out of meters, out of the metric system, and over to feet in the US system. The way we do that is the bridge of 1 inch is about 2.54 centimeters. If we're in meters, we got to get to the bridge. The bridge is inch and centimeter. So from meters, I'm really needing to get to centimeters because that's the bridge that we need to get from US to metric and metric to US. On our conversion list, we can see that there are 100 centimeters for every 1 meter, which means this is equivalent to one whole. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. The numerator and the top match, so that means that's really like multiplying by 1. But we're not done because we're in centimeters and we got to get to feet. And we want to get out of centimeters. So we need to put him on the bottom. From centimeters, we could go back to meters. That's not going to help us get to feet. Once we're in centimeters, where we really want to go is inches, because that's the bridge that's going to get us from the metric system over to the US system. So from centimeters, I'm going to go to inches. Back on our conversion list, we saw that 1 inch is the same as about 2.54 centimeters. We're getting closer. We're now in inches, but we really want to get to feet, so we need another 1. We're going to put inches on the bottom so we can get out of inches, and we're going to move to feet. On our conversion list, we see that 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches. Now, before we grab a calculator, let's make sure our units cancel out and we ended up where we wanted to be. Meters is on top, and it will cancel with meters on bottom. Centimeters on top would cancel with centimeters on bottom. And inches on top and inches on bottom. We're left with feet, which is what we wanted. So we're in good shape. Let's grab a calculator. We need to multiply the things on top. So 100 times 100, and then multiplying by ones, but that won't change it. Once you have the numerator, we're going to divide that by 2.54, and we're going to divide by 12. If you've pushed all the buttons correctly, you should be at 328.0839 and a whole bunch of stuff. This says round to the nearest thousandth. That is this spot right here. And that 9 after that 3 is going to make it go up. So we're going to have an answer of 328.084 feet. Let's try example 2. First, I'm going to rewrite this down here. So I've just got a little bit more room. How many millimeters equals 0.12 feet? So time for a fancy one. I know I want to get out of feet. Where do I want to go? Well, from feet, we could get to inches, yards, miles? Which one do we need? Well, we want to end up in millimeters, so we've got to get over to the metric system. And the way we do that is through our bridge of 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So I need to get to the bridge, which is in inches. So from feet, we're going to inches. For every 1 foot, we get 12 inches. Now that I'm in inches, I can use the bridge. From inches, we can get to the metric system. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. I'm in the metric system now, which is great, but I need millimeters, and I'm in centimeters. So let's get out of centimeters. Once I'm in the metric system, I really need to get to home base of the metric system, because from there I can go anywhere in the metric system. Home base for the metric system is meters. So from centimeters, we're going to meters. For every 1 meter, it's 100 centimeters. Still not done though, because I'm in meters. But once I'm in meters, I can go anywhere in the metric system I'd like. And what I really want is millimeters. For every 1 meter, there is 1,000 millimeters. Let's see if we've done it. Feet on top cancels with feet on bottom. Inches on top and bottom. Centimeters on top and bottom. Meters on top and bottom. And I'm in millimeters, which is what we wanted. Next, we're going to grab a calculator. We're multiplying everybody on top. So 0.12 times 12 times 2.54 times 1, which isn't going to change it, and times 1,000. Once we have that answer, we're going to divide by the bottom. A whole bunch of ones isn't going to matter, but this 100 is going to change it, so make sure you divide by 100. If we've done all that correctly, we should be at 36.576 millimeters. And this said round to the nearest thousandth. Well, I'm at the nearest thousandth, so we're good to go. Let's try one more. Example 3 says, if you are traveling 3 mph. Now, mph is an abbreviation that we use for miles per hour. How many inches are you going each minute? This question's a little bit different. We need to get from miles to inches, but we also need to get from hours to minutes. Let's get it set up. The question says, how many inches are you going in 1 minute or per minute if we are traveling 3 miles in 1 hour? Remember, per hour means 1 hour. We're still going to multiply by some fancy ones. We are currently in miles for our length, and we want to get to inches. Well, miles and inches are both in the U.S. system, so we're not going to have to use the bridge to get over to metric. We're going to stay within the U.S. system. Let's get from miles to inches. I can't go directly from miles to inches, but I can go from miles to feet, which is closer. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And now that I'm in feet, I can get to inches because we know 1 foot is 12 inches. So let's see what we've done here. Miles will cancel, feet will cancel, and I'm left with inches, which is what we wanted. However, we're not done yet because this is inches per hour, and we want it to be in minutes. So we're going to need another fancy one. Let's multiply again. Now think about what's going to happen here. I am in hours, and I want to get to minutes. I'm wanting to get rid of hours. If hours is on bottom, and I want to cancel it, that means over here, it's going to have to go up top. Because remember, when one's on top and one's on bottom, they'll cancel out. So from hours, we can go to minutes. 1 hour is 24 minutes. See here, hours on bottom will cancel with hours on top, and we'll be left in minutes, which is what we want. So we're going to be left in inches with top on the top and minutes on the bottom, which is what we were hoping to get. It is now time to grab our calculator. We're going to take 3 times 5,280 times 12, and again times 1, but that won't matter, so you don't have to actually put that in. Get the top figured out, and then we need to divide by a whole bunch of ones, which won't matter, but 24 will. So make sure you divide that by 24. And then you should be getting on your calculator an answer of 3,168. And our unit here is now inches per minute. So if you're traveling 3 miles per hour or in 1 hour, you're traveling 3,168 inches each minute.